A massively popular online game suddenly announced it was shutting down, while everyone else was frantically selling off their gear to recoup some cash. I took out loans and sold my house to pour money into the game. People laughed at me and called me a fool, but what they didn't know was that the moment the servers truly went dark, the game's boss monsters would descend upon the real world, and the players who kept their characters would inherit all their in-game powers and abilities. In my past life forced by reality, I sold my account for cash, and when the apocalypse arrived, I didn't even survive half a day. In my final moments, I made one last call to my in-game partner. "Goodbye Mengyao," I said before I died, but when I opened my eyes again, I found myself transported back to before the game ended, right in the middle of a call with my game partner Luna Mengyao. "What, goodbye? Don't talk nonsense, so the game's shutting down. We can just play something else together." Seeing this familiar scene play out, I instinctively asked the same question as before. "I'm selling my account, what about you?" "I'm not selling, mine holds too many memories." Hearing her identical answer confirmed that I had truly traveled back in time. My long silence clearly disappointed Luna Mengyao. For her, this game was more than just a game. It was a collection of beautiful memories, and I was the most important part of those memories. So hearing I chose to sell my account and not stay with her till the very end naturally made her disappointed. In my past life she was disappointed just the same, but when the monsters arrived, Mengyao, who inherited her character's power, rushed to save me immediately. Unfortunately back then I didn't even last half a day. "Don't worry, I'm not selling my account. They'll stand by you until the very end, and they'll take you through every dungeon we missed and every scene we never visited," I promised her warmly. After making my sweet promise, I hung up the phone. Then I opened the game forums. Posts complaining about the developers and selling gear were everywhere. With a quick scroll I saw tons of players offloading gold. 100 million in-game gold for just 10,000 real money. This was a legendary MMO after all, where gold had a direct 1-to-1 exchange rate with real currency. Now it had crashed to 1,000 to 1, but I knew it wasn't time to buy yet. Prices were going to plummet even further. I kept scrolling down, and one post immediately caught my eye. Haha, the Archmage's Tempest Staff max level legendary weapon. The only one on the server selling for 600k. I was a mage class player myself. Just as I was about to go for it, I suddenly realized I couldn't afford it. But after a moment's hesitation it hit me. Right, I could sell my house. The game was about to invade reality anyway. Once the monsters arrived, every skyscraper would be like cardboard to them. So I immediately contacted a realtor. My apartment was in a top school district, so the moment it was listed, buyers started calling right away. I ended up selling it for 3 million, but with contracts and agent fees and all the paperwork, the fastest the deal could close was tomorrow. I wasn't in a rush though. I still had plenty to do. First I needed to get a loan. Who would pay it back once monsters showed up? While the house was still technically mine, I immediately gathered my property deed and all my personal documents and submitted them to a lender. But that still wasn't enough money. I found some shady loan sharks and used the house as collateral for another 16 million. After that I called my old classmate Big Mike. Before the shutdown was announced, he was a major professional trader. In the New World game, that's how he made over $10 million in just 2.5 years. But this server shutdown nearly bankrupted him. "Mike, I'm here to help you cut your losses. Let me put it this way. Can you get me 1 billion in game gold? He'll buy it all at the current market rate." My words shocked Big Mike. Everyone was looking for a sucker to take their losses. Why was I volunteering to be that sucker? Of course I couldn't tell him about my time travel, so I lied and said I wanted top gear to run dungeons with my partner. I'm doing this for my in-game partner. Also get me a full set of Archmage gear. Mike agreed right away. A few hours later, I received the gear Mike mailed me. He even threw in some cosmetic outfits. Perfect gifts for Luna Mengyao. By the time I finished it was late. When I logged in I saw messages from Mengyao. "Do you think this game is completely pointless now? You would never log in this late before. If you don't want to play anymore I won't force you. They'll go play any other game with you. We've only known each other online for 2 years, but we understand each other like soulmates." I smiled softly and got straight to the point. I told her to open her storage and sent her a full legendary priest set, the Moon Goddess armor. Even after the crash this set was worth over $1 million. Before it would have been hundreds of millions. "No, I can't accept this. It's my dream set. I can't let you spend all this money alone. I have some spending money, let me give it to you." Right after I heard my phone ping with a payment alert. I opened it and was shocked to see 6 million. It took me a moment to find my words. "All this time and I never knew you were loaded. 6 million in spending money, what kind of family are you from?" But then I remembered in my past life after the game invaded reality, Mengyao rushed to save me back then, but got held up by a level 90 boss. A priest taking on a level 90 boss solo. That meant her gear had to be incredible, so even if I hadn't given her the set now, she would have bought it herself anyway. From now on I'll pay my share for in-game stuff too. If it's not enough you have to tell me. I didn't say anything more. With Mengyio's money, I could now work on synthesizing a divine tier pet egg. Pets in New World were incredibly powerful battle companions, but they had to match their master's class to reach their full potential. Synthesizing a high-level pet egg required a massive investment. That's why truly top-tier pets were so rare in the game. So I asked Big Mike to buy more for me. Soon over 500 pet eggs arrived. I shared them with Mengyao, and we started synthesizing them together. While I was combining eggs, I sent Big Mike a voice message. "Keep buying pet eggs for me. Buy as many as you can find, and start synthesizing advertising them for me too. Mine is ready to hatch. In the past, gambling with 5 or 6 million worth of items would have made my heart race, but having already faced death, I wasn't so easily shaken anymore. I just shouted loudly open. As the blinding light faded, a beast's roar echoed, revealing a baby dinosaur with a row of fin-like spines on its back, a juvenile stegosaurus. This was a pet with extremely high defense. When ridden by its owner, this juvenile stegosaurus could block 80% of incoming damage. It was a pretty good find, but it didn't quite reach mythic tier status. Luna Mengyao, however, thought it was adorable. She really liked the little stegosaurus. This pet was useless to me and not what I wanted, but since Mengyao liked it, it would make a good mount for her. We continued hatching more eggs. Soon a dazzling prismatic egg gleamed before us. The intense light forced Mengyao and me to close our eyes again. Boss, look, someone over there is hatching a prismatic egg. The game's about to die, why waste money now? Must be some rich guy, mark his location. The next moment I got a party invite notification. It was quickly withdrawn. I realized immediately what was happening. I had been spotted by the game's professional bandits, the gold diggers. The game world had no real world laws or rules, so people with dark intentions, once they entered the game, started acting without restraint. They even enjoyed killing players and stealing their gear. They called themselves the gold diggers. I had zero respect for these people. These gold diggers better not mess with me, or I'll hunt them down without mercy and loot every piece of gear they have. Of course, right now my gear wasn't fully upgraded yet. My pet wasn't powered up either. I definitely wasn't leaving the main city. My thoughts returned to the storage house. As the brilliant glow faded, the pet Mengyao had hatched, appeared before the two of us. It was a fusion of a vermilion bird and a phoenix azunio. Reading its talent skills, I was completely stunned. This was a true mythic tier pet. Not only did it have massive burst damage, it could also be reborn from ashes. Just then another notification popped up in the party chat.